everybody? It's your boy SBX. This video topic that I want to discuss about is bullying and why I feel like I have to rant about it and what's going on in you know younger society. I know it's been around for generations after generation, but what I'm trying to say is that you know being bullied or being a bully or being bullied is just not a good look because my whole thing is that when you are bullied, right? It's like you feel like you're well, if you're a guy, your manhood has pretty much been destroyed, your dignity, and you have to swallow your confidence away. And somebody who you know not just physically abuse you, but verbally, mentally abuse you by saying harsh words. Now, we all been through that stage in life when it comes to school, like, pre-K or elementary, middle school, high school, and so on. Now, usually during those stages in our grade school year, bullies always are the ones who pretty much be around and have such animosity towards a person who is pretty much weaker than them. And it's sad. People say that the reason why bullies are who they are is because they come from a fucked up environment and they deep down inside are hurting too. So they feel like that they should take their frustration on somebody else. So it's just like being a vampire or a zombie, and let's say you are a complete normal human being, and then once you get bit by a zombie or a vampire, you're immune to it. So, like I said, it's like a chain reaction where you put so much negativity on somebody that they can't deal with this negativity no more. They have something to do in return. Sometimes people who get bullied bully somebody else back, someone who's more of a weaker person, like a small kid or a defenseless kid or whoever, a girl, stuff like that, and if it's not the case, that's why nowadays a lot of kids are committing suicide, because kids who pick on them and beat them up and say harsh words and stalking them on social media is giving them a hard time, and they feel like they're not wanted. And it's really sad that people do this and try to ruin some people's lives just because they have such hatred and animosity towards another, and they have done nothing to deserve this, And to be honest though, growing up elementary school, middle school, or whatnot, and a little bit of my high school years, there are some times in my life that I've been bullied, you know, between kindergarten and first grade and second grade and fifth grade and sixth grade and seventh grade, and the list goes on. Well, I feel like when it comes to those days, I had times that kids pick on me by my weight because I'm a fat person. People make fun of me because I remember the times that I never get a haircut. People make fun of my hair, it's all nappy and shit. Or like I said, my weight, or whatever the case may be. Now, even in today's society, I feel like the only people who bullies me the most are the YouTube trolls. Because nowadays there's new type of ways of bullying people without just fighting them and kicking nobody's ass. It's just verbal abuse. Because I don't know, because I feel like people have such animosity towards people because they'll have nothing going on with themselves, so they feel like they need to be vindictive and take their frustrations on somebody else, and it's really fucked up and sad, you know. Um, I feel like this generation will always have such things. Now, I was watching movies and documentaries about, high school kids were bullied by, you know, kids in their school, you know, and they pretty much, you know, like I said, they get pretty much discouraged every single day, and I can't imagine how they feel. Every single day somebody is bothering you, push you around, have their gang of pussy ass friends to, you know, jump on you just because they want to be an asshole. And you can see why that you have so much high school shootings and college student shootings is because of the fact that people who've been bullied, like the nerds or the outcasts or whatever, they they can't take it anymore. They just gotta feel like everybody's gonna take the blame because nobody wanted to be my friend, nobody wants to be real with me, and not to mention people want to hate on me and I never did nothing wrong to deserve this. So you might as well die because fuck all y'all, because y'all treating me bad, so I'm gonna treat you bad. Whatever goes around comes around. Like I said, like usually the nerds and the outcasts and also the quiet kids are the ones who do this shit. Because people bully them, talk shit and gossip every single day, don't know when to shut the fuck up and leave people alone. And you know, it's really hard. You know, I mean, like I said, when I was in middle school, and when I was in my school years, middle school, it's like you got to be tough or be a bitch. And at first, I didn't want to be the tough guy because I didn't want to be in trouble all the time and get into crazy shit. Because the thing was, I went to the school called MS 113 in the Bronx, and back in the early 2000s, like I attended around 2003 to 2004. But like I said, when I was in that school, every day was a fucking fight. Every time you turn around, you got big kids look like they came out of juvenile, just out there just wilding like crazy, And every time you turn around, it's a gang fight between Bloods, Crips, or Vice Lords, or GDs, or I don't know what gang. I know we had Bloods and Crips, that was it. But other than that, we had so much of that going on. Now, I remember 7th grade, there's this guy who, every time you turn around, he's always cracking jokes and, always has shit to say. And then I remember one time I played around with him just to punch him. Like, didn't mean to hit him. Like, I just played around. He punched me real hard in the face. And he feel like ever since then, he he just bullied me every day. Cause ever since, I got my ass whooped, he feel like he can do whatever he wants. And it's fucked up. So ever since then, he's always bullying me, he's bullying somebody else, my friends, stole my games and all that stuff. He was just a real fucked up person. So, by then that's when I moved to Atlanta, and from there I never saw that guy again. And this is something that I never really express how I feel because of, you know, I keep my past to myself. And then, not to mention, in elementary school, on top of that, I remember when I was in the third grade, I remember there's this teacher, right? Who she was my reading teacher. Now, usually I always say in my videos, I'm not going to expose these people because, you know, one, they may watch my video, who knows, and two, I don't want to come y'all out there just looking for names. Next thing you know, y'all just beating them up just because they bullied me. It's not really the case at all. But let me just continue on to my story. You know, I remember I had a third grade teacher who was actually a reading teacher, and the beginning of the semester, she was really, she was nice, she was calm, collected, and she does everything you could to help. She was a fair woman. Now, I remember during Christmas break, you know, after before Christmas break, and everybody was so excited for Christmas to begin and etc. etc. I remember one time she told me to do like some work during the winter break, and foolish of me, I, to be honest, I never did that homework, because I was too busy trying to have fun for the holidays and enjoying Christmas, just being a kid, being a very neglectful, unresponsible kid, you know, irresponsible. I mean, sorry, I don't know why I said unresponsible, but irresponsible, you know, and feel like, I was just in my mode. Then when it was like the second semester, you know, and when January hits, my teacher was a whole different person. Like, she looked like she was on her period. Just so bitchy. Like, I understand why. But long story short, on that was, I remember, when I was in class and my homeroom teacher was teaching us something or whatever. So my reading teacher came up to me and just marched to me and said, "Corey, where's your homework? Did your homework? You didn't give it to me." And I'm like, um, what homework? Because I kind of forgot for a minute. But teacher was like, "Oh, you didn't do your homework? Well, you're gonna be in my classroom and do your homework right now until you blah 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 blah." I didn't understand what was her problem. She just forced me to just get my stuff. Like, "Corey, get your stuff right now." Like, I feel like I was in the military, and plus, I feel like my mom. I feel like it was just like my mom was trying to tell me that I'm on punishment or something I did wrong, but I'm gonna get my ass whooped with a beating with a belt. That's just how she sounded, you know. She was just so aggressive for no fucking reason. So, I don't understand. Like, she was just being such an ass. And you say, "Well, stop with all that crying." And I'm like, I wasn't even crying. I was just thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I was a little discouraged that you actually came up and be so rash about it. And the teachers didn't even ask or see what's wrong. And usually teachers always have teachers back because they're trying to teach kids to be disciplined and all that shit, you know. But anywho, for the past couple of months during that semester, the second semester, I had not once see her be nice. I tried to be nice to her. I thought she's having a bad day. No, because usually I compliment her and she said, "Oh, thank you." And next thing you know, she was like, "Stop complimenting me. You're still gonna get an F. That is not gonna bring my grade up," and blah blah. I don't even know what she said though. She was just saying some real shitty things to say, you know. And my best friend, he had her class, and he kind of seen what happened. He was the only person who knew what went down. But at first, I didn't try to make it seem like, you know, I I didn't want to cause no problem because really I'm not. I was never a troublemaker growing up, you know. But the more she got bitchy per month, the more I just feel like I couldn't take it. Till I remember that one unforgettable day was when I remember I was in a different classroom because my homeroom teacher was sick. Well, not sick, but she had to take a few days off because she, you know, she was having a baby. But anywho, long story short, I remember my para, right? Assistant teacher. She told me that I need to get my books out of my desk because I gotta talk to my reading teacher, and she was gonna teach me a lesson or whatever. But the thing is, by the time I got my stuff, the my reading teacher came out of nowhere, and she just was like, "Corey, where's your book?" And I'm like, I thought I had it. Like, I remember I lost my book. And next thing you know, I remember she just hit me with the book. Like, I didn't understand why she hit me with a book. And then next thing you know it, she's talking about I'm very irresponsible and blah blah blah. And I remember I had, you know, my desk, right, with my colored pencils, my markers, my crayons, my papers, and some tissue. And used up tissue because when you're a kid, you're nasty as fuck. But I mean, my desk was a little messy. But long story short, she just grabbed my fucking desk and just picked it up on the ground, from the ground, and started dumping all of my shit, like my crayons, my colored pencils, my papers, my folders, my arts and crafts stuff. And she just literally just dumped all my shit down on the floor and just stepping on my crayons and my notebook and all that stuff. And she had the nerves and audacity to say that I need to pick it up and clean my desk, and you're the one just made a huge mess and fucked up my table, embarrassing me between the teacher and the students. I felt like I was embarrassed and disgusted. And my whole thing is, I didn't, as much as I want to cry, I didn't. Like, I actually seen flames coming out of my eyes. Like, I don't know if y'all guys ever played Tenchu or Heaven. You know when the scene when Ricky Maru saved Ayame from that fall because she was about to fall in the damn, I don't know what, needles or shit like that from a scene playing the beginning intro of Tenchu the Raptor Heaven, and he hold on to the edge of the roof top, and you hear that and you see his eyes all fired up and shit like that. I actually feel some type of inferno in my soul, like I was shaking, like I feel like I wanted to punch this bitch in the fucking throat. And I was really mad, but I was still upset throughout the whole day. And when I came home from school, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't want to talk to my grandma. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was just very upset, And my mom kept asking me, "Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong?" Nothing. What's wrong? Nothing. What's wrong? So I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna tell her. Because really, my mom, back when she was alive, what my mom would do is, if anybody was messing with me, she would give me some word of encouragement, or she's gonna really put your ass on blast for sure on this one. But I told what went down, between me and my reading teacher, and my mom was very furious. And I was like, to this day for it, I'm not the type of guy who cause conflict with them. Even if people who want to start fighting, it's like you really gotta fucking piss me off to the fullest to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm really that pissed off and I feel worried and discouraged, like I'm really fucked up in the head, I will do something. But my mom was telling me the description about what my teacher looked like, why she did this, and I told her why she picked up my table and pour all my crayons and colored papers and all that shit on the floor and the way she acted and stuff. So the next day I was at the cafeteria getting breakfast until the assistant principal, Mr. G, called my name like, "Corey, man." Because usually with my assistant principal, Mr. G, he is the guy. If he calls your name, that means your ass is in trouble. So I'm wondering what went wrong, what's going on. But I had a feeling that my mom had something to do with it. But long story short, I remember Mr. G and my reading teacher, right? They were all by their side. But for some reason, my reading teacher was very discouraged. Like, she looked like, the police is about to catch her. Like, she's really hot on the block. So she's like, "Cool, did I hurt your feelings? Did I hurt your feelings? What did I do to make you feel bad?" And I lied because I would want to say you was mean to me and blah, 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 blah. But I really didn't want her job to be at stake. Her job was on the line. So I wanted to spare her because really I just wanted her to stop being a bitch. That's all. You know what I mean? I don't want you to lose your job because of what you did. You know what I'm saying? I was just hoping that you stop being an asshole. But I know it's a long video. I'm sorry that I just express how I feel, but this is just a prime example of why bullying exists. It's not even just about kids. It's just adults and anybody older who picks on weak and dispense shit. What I can't. I'm sorry, but people who are defenseless. That's what I was trying to say. Defenseless kids, or just anybody defenseless. And it's really sad that my teacher, my reading teacher, would do such a thing. You know, and it's sad that people put their frustrations on people who are weaker than them. But when I got older, when middle school, I just decided maybe I remember those times where I got tired of being picked on, so might as well pick on somebody else. And to be honest, I'm not even a good bully because, one, I get my ass whooped, and two, that's just not my character. But I learned where I can stand up to myself against people. By the time I was in high school, it's just I just learned some other ways of just putting people in their place. You don't have to whoop somebody's ass to basically be tough. you know Maybe even like that's why there's so much ways of just being physical. I mean, verbally, and then being physical. It's just based on their actions. Because really, karma will bite you in your ass if you're messing with people and doing wrong to people. You know. And to this day, I realize that usually when people mess with me, in the end, they're gonna get what they deserve. So that's just how it is, man. As much as I want to fight people, I'm not a fighter. You know, I'm a samurai by spirit, but not by action. But anywho, folks, I want to wrap up this video, and thank you guys for watching this video, and please leave a comment and let me know what you think about this video, or if you want to you know, give me your point of views and your experiences of being bullied before and etc. But anyways, y'all, I'm done here. SBX, I'm out. Peace.